Welcome to Inspiring People, the show about inspiring people, those who are inspired and those who inspire others. We all know them. They're good examples, they're supportive, they embrace life, they live inspiring lives in their day-to-day actions, and in turn, inspire others to do the same. Hi, welcome to Inspiring People. My name is Mary Otto. I'm the host of the show, and with me today is Pam Skarie. Welcome to the show, Pam.
Thank you.
Nice to have you here. Pam is actually representing both her husband, Don, and herself today, so she's going to be speaking for both of them as we go through the interview. First of all, Pam, for the record, would you state your full name?
My name is Pamela Helen Skarie.
And your husband's full name?
Donald Roger Skarie.
Okay. And Pam, where are you from?
We're both from Detroit Lakes originally.
Okay, so you grew up here. Did you stay here or move back? Or
we left briefly. My husband completed his school in Fargo at NDSU, and during that time we were married, and then we moved back here in 1972, the year he graduated from college.
Okay. Well, let's talk a little bit about your family. First of all, let's talk about your immediate family. How many children do you have? And
Don and I have 6 children. John, Joe, Stephen, Maria, Laura, and Brian.
Okay.
They've all gone through the Detroit Lakes school system.
Okay. And are they in the area, or what are they doing now?
Our oldest son, John, works with us on the family farm. John mainly runs the greenhouse.
Okay.
Joe is employed by Wells Fargo in Detroit Lakes, just recently moved back here. Our son, Steve, and his wife live in North Carolina. They are teachers there. Our daughter Maria is at Morehead State University working on an education degree. Our son Brian is currently working on the family farm. And our daughter Laura is at the University of Minnesota Duluth, also working on an education major.
Sounds like they're all busy, that's great. Well, you mentioned the farm in there, and so let's talk a little bit about you and Don and the work that you're doing now. So let's talk a little bit about your farming and what you do.
Well, Don's father started our farm in 1938. It's a 3-generation farm. There was a lot of turkeys produced in the family, and both the Skarie side and Don's mother's family also raised turkeys.
Oh, okay.
So that kind of evolved. And then recently we decided to also diversify a little bit with hydroponic tomato production. So we built a greenhouse. I believe it would be 99 they started construction. In 2000 I believe we had our first crop of tomatoes, and currently we are raising turkey breeder hens, and we sell to a hatchery in Detroit Lakes for Jennie-O, and we also raise hydroponic tomatoes. Okay,
so as a young person, what did Don think he'd be doing as an adult? Is this what he had pictured he'd be doing?
I don't think he really thought about it a lot until when he graduated. He did enter a engineering program at NDSU, decided he didn't want to work in an office and would much rather be outdoors, and decided to come back home after he completed his education and raised turkeys.
Okay, so along with the turkeys, you are doing some hydroponic farming, right? And you had mentioned the tomatoes. For our viewers, maybe don't know what a hydroponic tomato is or what it looks like. Can you describe that a little bit for us?
Well, they are grown indoors, and they're fed by water. They are grown in pots with a perlite mixture that can be a dirt product, or they can be grown in water. Ours aren't, but they're fed by water.
Okay, so this sounds, is it fairly innovative yet?
It is, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And where did you and Don get the idea for hydroponic tomatoes?
Well, we had a mutual friend by the name of Daryl Broughton.
Oh, yes, I remember Daryl.
Daryl was always interested in health and nutrition. And my husband's major had emphasis in nutrition, being an animal science major, and also interest in that. So he was determined that we would visit a hydroponic greenhouse and sample their tomatoes, and we were impressed with the product and felt it was worth pursuing, and our greenhouse just evolved from that.
Oh, great. And so when did you produce the first crop?
In 2000.
Okay. Well, who really provided the incentive, or who influenced Don and you to go into hydroponic farming?
Our son John did some hydroponic work at the Bemidji State when he was going to school there. His major was aquatic biology and had a little bit of an interest in it too, and was very interested in pursuing it.
Okay. And in terms of Don, who has been the biggest influence, do you think, in general in his life?
Well, I know he feels his father influenced him in his work ethic. I believe Enoch was about 80 when he actually did retire from farming.
Okay.
And I know over the years Don's father had great respect for the people that worked on our farm helping us, and I think that has helped Don a great deal with doing a good job at what you're doing it well.
Okay, great.
And I know that the product that we've always felt that we had a good product on our farm, being it turkeys or doing the tomatoes. And I'm sure that a lot of that influence came from
his father. And what role do you play in this process with the hydroponic tomatoes?
Well, it's been kind of fun for me. I've gotten to actually work with the public and familiarize people with our product through the farmers market, sometimes sampling at stores that we are in. And it's kind of a fun thing. People are surprised that you have a product in this area that is locally grown. There's no pesticides on it. It's a vine-ripened product, and they're very receptive. There are a lot of people that still aren't aware of the product, but it's very fun, and that's been part of my role, is helping the public to know about it. Okay, great. Well, let's say that you guys sometime get some downtime, that you aren't on the working on the farm or in the greenhouse all the time. What do you like to do for fun? Well, what's always been a problem on our farm is there's always work to do. So if you're going to have downtime, a fun time, you just about have to leave. Okay. And Don has always enjoyed going west. He loves the mountains, any excuse to be in the mountains. So he loves to ski or in the summer go rafting or just sightseeing, but he seems to be drawn to going out west. Okay, and one of the questions that I often ask is if there's somebody from history that you'd like to meet, and I know you and Don discussed that, and who did you determine you would like to meet or have a conversation with? Well, I asked Don that question too, and for some reason we both really agreed on this, that we both admire Jimmy Carter a great deal. We admired him when he was president, and more recently in his works with the Habitat and with people that really need assistance. So we do admire him, and we also admired Teddy Roosevelt. He was kind of a character, but a conservationist in a time when it was needed, and we appreciate the efforts that he's done to preserve. Well, I thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and talk with us about what the Skaries are doing in their lives right now. And thank you so much, Pam, for being here. I look forward to hearing more about this at some point. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.